Hi guys, thanks for tuning back into the channel. So today I am going to be working on the landscape rake I built last winter. I'm going to flip the camera around and show you a couple things on it. So the problem I'm having with it is, like, the first big project I used it on, I accidentally backed into some ground, and it was honestly all user error. I wasn't paying attention, but I'll pick it up with the tractor and I'll show you the issue I'm having with it. Alright, here's a view of the tines. You can kind of see how they drop lower right here. It's off the ground. I'm holding it with my tractor bucket. So you can kind of see how they swoop down. The first time I used it, I was backing up and it accidentally, I was kind of in like a ditch. I was backing up and it, this side came in contact with the ground. As I was looking forward, didn't realize it, and it kind of rolled this C channel. And I'm sure I could bend it back and make it work, but honestly I just kind of have decided it's not worth the effort, and so that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. Alright, so now that I showed you that, basically the plan is going to be to take this C channel off, unbolt all the tines. Still you use all this. This is fantastic, super strong. My father-in-law only had the C channel. He didn't have anything else the length I needed. 60 inches, and so the C channel is what we used. So what I did was I ordered a piece of angle, and it looks like online, even some of the real big beefy ones, 7-8 foot wide, I'm guessing, for big 60 horsepower whatever machines, use this similar size as what it looks like. So this is a 3x3 angle, and I've got it 7 foot long, so I'm going to cut 2 feet off essentially, and I'll have my 60-inch width. It's 3/8 of an inch thick, so pretty thick stuff. I don't think I'm going to have an issue with bending that. And what I am going to do is, from the design I've seen, in the center they take the scrap that I'm going to have and they weld it back over and down, so it makes a tube essentially. But basically, so that'll be in the center there, kind of like that, and then I'll just drill all the holes, weld that cap on essentially, and then that's where it will bolt up to the plate. But then that way I'll have the strength and stability of this 3x3 angle. So I'll go ahead and get it cut down, and I'm not sure, well, I definitely need to drill the holes first, because once I weld that on there, I'm going to have limited access to one side. So I definitely just want to make sure I lay everything out and drill all the holes before I do any welding. So I'm going to get it cut down and do the layout first. So this is what I did to the rake. So I left everything up here up the same, and I was gonna have the L come in this direction, but then the more I thought about it, I didn't really see what the benefit would be of having that 2 foot section in the center just to bolt that on, because then the tines would have to be bolted inside a tube and it would make it a lot more difficult. And to be honest with you, 3/8 thick, so it's 3x3 angle, 3/8 thick. I think that's going to be pretty hard to bend with a little subcompact, so I'm not super worried about it. I honestly think other things would bend and fail before this angle does. So I just went ahead and bolted that on, that way things are still interchangeable. And then I had some scrap steel laying around, so I cut these, drilled them, and put this second bar back here to keep the tines from scooting back and forth, because before just the one bolt, if you pulled hard enough, you could move them side to side. So that should hold those in place. All right, guys, so I am at my customer's house. Basically what we did was we sprayed this whole driveway a week and a half ago, I think. And you can see it. I mean, all this brown stuff was green and living, so sprayed all that. Looks like it's done a pretty decent job. And then I've got the landscape, but basically we're gonna just drive the tractor around and rake all this around and hopefully kind of refresh everything. But the driveway goes, it loops around back there and comes back up, so shouldn't be too bad, I don't think. Definitely will be a good test for that landscape rake that I reworked it. So we'll see how it does, and hopefully refresh this driveway and make it look quite a bit better. And then if you're wondering why I have the mower deck on my tractor, I don't normally keep it on there, but I do mow for this customer as well. And instead of coming back in 2 days, since they're the only customer I have out this way, since they're the only, well, so instead of coming back, I'm just gonna mow for them today with the tractor. And I was gonna bring the zero turn as well, but it will not fit on this trailer with the attachment. So that is why I have my mower deck on, for all you people that tell me I should take it off. Cool, let's get it unloaded and get going. Alright guys, so giving the tractor a second to cool down. So ended up working out pretty good. Most of it is raked around and loose and stuff like that. So since we didn't add any gravel and I don't have like a box blade or something like that, we kind of just did the best I could. But before it looked like that there, and you know, now we're back to pretty fresh gravel throughout all over. So if they want to add some gravel in the future, I'm happy to spread it for them, stuff like that. But I think I'm gonna hit some of these. There's a couple high spots around, a couple spots. I'll just back drag those with the bucket. But overall, definitely a lot better than it was. Kind of gave it a refresh, I guess you could call it. So sorry I forgot my camera, because it's definitely a lot easier to film with the camera versus holding my phone the whole time. But yeah, I think it turned out pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the bucket off and mow this property real quick.